Hello, hello, hello. Who do we have here today? Uh, it's of course me, Haiti, and welcome to my channel, Hades Corner. I suppose I am not muted as far as I can tell. There's at least Peter not all in the chats. Uh, Good day. Uh, yeah. Oops. Okay. And then there's someone else in the chat. Feel free to um, make yourself known if you do not, if you choose to not do so. Oh, it's Jens. Jens, good day. Uh, okay. Uh, so I guess Peter is in Australia. So, hey Google, what's the time in Australia?
The time in Canberra, ACT, Australia is 8:06 a.m. on Tuesday.
Hey Google, what's the time in Germany?
The time in Germany is 10:06 p.m.
Hey Google, may the force be with you.
I feel more like a droid than a Jedi.
Okay. So Peter, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Jens, how you doing? Um, Sorry, I'm just still cleaning my um phone screen. 7 a.m. Tuesday. So that would be in Eastern Australia, I would assume. Pete, hey Google, what time is it in East Australia?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Of course, she doesn't understand. She's a droid. She is much more droid than a Jedi. Yeah, I think that would be the east coast of Australia would be around 7. Okay, and my lovely co-hosts are here, of course. This is Stefan. Stefan is a little hedgehog living in a watering can. Perhaps, perhaps there will be a day when he exits the uh, watering can, and of course, Battlefield. So cute and cuddly little thing. So, Queensland doesn't do daylight savings. Okay, Queens. Well, Queens don't need daylight, do they? The Queen is resting. Okay, and today for the alcohol, it's the same Wolfburn whiskey, single malt Scotch. It's a wonderful whiskey. But alcohol today. Hmm. So today we will be talking about Chaz Bono. So for those of you, let's take uh, say that up there. Okay, so Chaz Salvatore Bono, born March 4th, 1969, is a um, writer, musician, actor, and for those who do not know who his parents are. They are Sonny, Bono, and Cher. Sonny Bono, or Salvatore Philip Bono, was also a singer, actor, and later in life he became a politician. For He was the mayor of Palm Springs, California, between 1988 and 1992, and a Republican congressman. He was a Republican, and in the last year of his up the last year of his life, unfortunately, Chaz, uh, his only child, Chaz Bono, and his Salvatore Bono and Chaz Bono didn't talk. It was too much. Uh, Sonny's health was ailing, and when Chaz came out as trans, it was too much for him, and they hardly spoke um, before Sonny died. Of course, and who wouldn't know Cher, singer, actress, TV persona. So Chaz was outed as lesbian by the tabloid press in the 90s, while he still identifying as a woman, a lesbian woman, and he then became publicly self-identifying lesbian in a gay monthly magazine from the US called The Advocate. Um, he also wrote two books discussing the process of coming out. The um, there's first one is called Family Outing: a guide to coming out process for gays, lesbians, and their families in from 1998, of the lesbian coming out, and the end of innocence from '03, um, discussing his outing, music stuff, which was short-lived in late '80s, early '90s, um, and also his partner Joan died from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, unfortunately, at quite a young age. Unfortunately, in between '08 and 2010, he went through female to male transition, and he then further explained that in a two-part feature of Entertainment Tonight in '09, that it started a year before, and he got his name and all the jazz changed legally in 2010. And there's a documentary about it. So, what Cher and Sonny Bono got famous, started their famous career from, was the pop duo Sonny and Cher, um, which they made music in the 60s and 70s. Um, of course, consisting of Salvatore Bono, uh, Jazz's dad, and Cher, whom we all know and love, and they were also stars of a TV variety show at the time. At the time, where young kids would be appearing on. and he he got into Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Arts and Performing Art. Music and Arts and Performing Arts came out as gay or whatever you prefer, lesbian, at the age of 18. Um, and then he wrote quite movingly in his book about in family outing book, and yeah. Anyway, as for the activism, by the way, let's take the chat. Jens goes on to say, Peter, good morning. You are up early. Peter says, up late from yesterday. Yeah, Peter, as far as I can tell, Peter tends to do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Google, is Peter a good boy?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Okay, fair enough. So, shrouded in mystery as always. But what is not shrouded in mystery is who's my patron. My patron is Flems. Go check out patreon.com/, Heidi's Corner, and you'll find all kinds of fun perks there. And there's a special offer. There's a special offer for 2 weeks now. Just over 2 weeks, I think. Special offer on Patreon. So go check it out. You'll get some special stuff. Anyway, um, as for his by the way, at any point, please send a comment, question, anything, all the jazz. Okay. So in 1995, when he was 19, he came out as lesbian while still identifying as a woman, I guess. In an interview with The Advocate, which I mentioned to be an American lesbian and gay magazine, and he went on to describe this in further detail in his book Family Outing, um, where he details his um, coming out, catapulting him into a political role model, I guess, because he was famous. Uh, that has which transformed his life, providing him with affirmation as a lesbian, as a woman, an individual, he, he eventually told all of us that he ain't not he ain't no girl. Yeah. Okay. So Cher, it was difficult for her that her daughter came out as lesbian, but she has since then Cher has become an outspoken LGBTQ plus activist. And as I mentioned, um, her the I think if I could understand correctly, uh, Salvatore Bono and Cher were divorced at this point already. So Bono's paternal relationship, if you will, was put under strains when Sonny became a Republican congressman from California, which we can there's a hunch we can already guess what the attitudes towards uh, lesbians or any sorts of LGBTQ plus people um, the Republicans have. So the the GOP has all kinds of weird views on things. Uh, yeah. So and they Salvatore or Sonny and Jazz hadn't spoken in just over a year. Um, when Sonny died in a skiing accident in January of 1998, which must not have been easy, for Sharon and Jazz. But hey, who knows? Who knows? So eventually Chaz Bono became a spokesperson for the Human Rights Campaign, which is the Human Rights Campaign is the biggest LGBTQ advocacy group and political lobbying organization in the United States, and it's based in DC. Uh, he's been promoting the NCOD or National Coming Out Day. It's an awareness LGBT Awareness Day on October 11th each year in the US, at least first celebrated in 1988, supporting queer people coming to come out. He was he campaigned to have back in the day to get Bill Clinton re-elected in for U.S. presidency against the what was called Defense Against Marriage Act, which um, was an interesting piece of legislation in the U.S. to define or redefine at least the meaning of a marriage and protect it. It's it's a law that was signed into law by said President Bill Clinton, um, and it for federal purposes it defines the union marriage as a union of one man and one woman and allows states to refuse to recognize same-sex marriages granted under the laws of other states. BS. Yeah, and it has been amended a number of times. Um, there have been a number of provisions, or were so they all of the provisions of the act were, except for those relating to its short title, were ruled unconstitutional or left effectively unenforceable by Supreme Court decision in cases United States v. Windsor 2013 and Obergefell versus v. Hodges 2015, which meant that it was overturned. Yeah, so that's quite a thing from President Clinton. Bono tried to get re-elected. Just tiny break. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Thanks, Jens. Anywho, yes. So, Chaz Bono was also the entertainment media director for GLAAD, GLAD, with also known as Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation, and being on Celebrity Fit Club 3 in '06, he has had huge trouble with his weight over the years. We have another viewer. Wonderful. If you want, please make yourself known. Okay, so uh, and he was supposedly that it being the team captain in the Celebrity Fit Club 3, with, spoiled by his girlfriend at the time, who orchestrated exercise and training sessions. Also, he was on a tribute video to published in 2016 by the aforementioned human rights campaign, a tribute video for the Orlando nightclub shooting victims. Uh, in that Bono and others told the stories of people who were killed at the time. And in somewhere in mid uh, 08, I think it was, um, he started going through the physical and social transition from male to female. And this was confirmed a year later, who who mentioned his name, Chaz Bono, saying it is Jazz's hope that his choice to transition will open the hearts and minds of the public regarding the issue, just as his coming out did. And the GLAD and the Empowering Spirits Foundation quickly praised and supported the announcement, and Chaz got his legal transition finished in May of 2010, when the state of California, where he lived, um, got got his the local court there got his um, at said yes to his request of the gender and name change. And he made a documentary which premiered in Sundance Film Festival of 2011, called Becoming Chaz and Oprah Winfrey uh, then acquired the rights and debuted it. They debuted in 2011, and later that year in September, he also became a competitor on US US variants of Dancing with the Stars, dancing with a ballroom dancer, Lacey Schwimmer. No pun intended. That Miss Schwimmer would have been a bit better suited for some other type of sports. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Why shouldn't you write with a broken pencil? Because it's pointless.
Yeah, okay. So, the him being on the Dancing with the Stars was the first time. This was in 2011 when a major network, TV network, would um, star an openly out transgender man for something unrelated to being transgender. So this was something big at the time. Anyway, it's it's being me babbling on for half an hour. That. So, any Jens, Peter, and whoever the third person there is, make yourself known and make your commentary known, etc., etc. I would highly appreciate commentary. Yeah. Okay. I'll turn the lights a bit more on. Um, I'll be right back. Please comment questions, comments, all the, you know. Yes, by the way, those who have missed my live shows for since since last Friday, I think you have not. Yeah. For those who have missed my shows since last Friday, this I have new friends here in the studio. The Heidi's Corner studio has new creatures. This is Pablo, and this okay. So this is Pablo, and this is Escobar. Jens says I was just setting up the tablet holder works quite well. I hear those work well. Okay. Hey Google, what is a tablet holder?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Not even Google knows what those are, but I know what they are. Okay. Anyway, how have your weeks been so far? I've been a bit, still recovering from being sick last week, and we finally got our, if you watched my stream on Monday, you saw those black and blue boxes there in the background. They're boom, no longer there. They those were rentable boxes, and the company those were rented from picked them up. So and now we have a lot more space in the room here in the studio or office room, really, if you like. Okay, let's take that's okay now. Anyway, I Peter says you need something in that blank area. Yes, that is, dear Peter, that is in the process of being filled. We're not quite, we haven't 100% decided yet, but there's going to be some kind of a shelf there, at least at least at some point. So, but there will be there will be stuff there. Don't worry, and I'll get something nice up on the shelf, and you can see my partner's desk is there also there. Okay, so that's not my gear, not not part of Heidi's corner streaming gear. However, there is um, a PC out of there's a desktop PC right there, out of view. I'm not gonna turn to the camera, but there's a PC that I actually built for my partner, being kind enough. It's not much, but it's a computer. Um, I just had to. There's there's a Ryzen 5. There's a MSI B550 board. MSI B550 board. There's Ryzen 5 3600X, 3600 or 3600X. I'm not quite sure which if it's the 3600 or the X variant. But anyway, there is the 3600 is Corsair case with a signed with tempered glass side. And it's got 240 millimeter AIO from Corsair as well. It's got uh, as I said, MSI B550 board. It's got Ryzen 5 3600X. I think it's the 3600X variant. And yeah, and then it's got 32 gigs of G-Skill Ripsaw 5 DDR2 3200 megahertz RAM DDR4. It's quite it's a beefy one. It's medium medium tier beefy beefy medium tier, and it's got a fractal design power supply, 660 watts, I think, if my memory serves me well. The Heidi's Corner rig, I've revealed the specs on my Discord, but I have not directly um indicate told them uh, told the specs on here on YouTube. I've got a Fantex B400 case. I've got a 280 millimeter AIO Capellix 115i AIO. I've got its motherboard is Asus ROG Strix X570E gaming, the E variant of that ROG Strix X570E gaming. I've got what do I have? I've got Corsair, Corsair Vengeance, Corsair Vengeance RAM, RGB RAM, 3200 megahertz, 32 gigs. I've got oh yes, and my partner has an NVMe SSD from Corsair, also 500 gigs, and a 4 terabyte hard drive. I've got 4 terabyte hard drive. I've got my OS on a Kingston A 2000 A 500 gig NVMe. I've got for graphics card, Asus. I've got an Asus card. I've got 20 RTX 2060 Super OC variant. I've got power supply is 850 watts from Corsair, fully modular. That one is fully modular as well. And then I've got my games. I've got on two SATA SSDs, two 500 gig SATA SSDs. I've got one 1 terabyte NVMe SSD with a Seagate FireCuda, which is a really fast NVMe SSD for Heidi's Corner stuff. That's really it's quite beefy. It's quite beefy. The and I've got two screens here. I've got one 20, I think it's 28 inch, 28 inch hard drive. Sorry, one 20, one of these is 20, 28 inch, I think. I've got two of the, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's nice. It has noise. Yes, it is. It is really noise. Okay. Okay. I think I can't remember where I can find it. I think it's 28 inch. Okay. It's 20. Yeah, I got 28 inch in front of me, and up there is 24 inches. So Yeah, I got 24 inches is up there and 28 is here. I've got 28-inch 4K and 24-inch full HD or 28-inch 4K and 1080p 24-inch. It's yeah, no, it's quite beefy for a stream for this. Peter says, I'm wrangling two 10-year-old laptops just to stay online. Yeah, well, man, that's I don't know what to say, but I do not have actually. I think just I'll be right back. Yeah, so I've got ancient gear. I think this is, if I'm not completely mistaken, this here. Oops, what is it? What is this? If I'm not completely mistaken, what I have here is DDR2. So this is really ancient. And what I have here, I believe, is a GT, some sort of a GTX card. I'm not even sure what this is. I'm not even sure which card this is, but this happens to be from a computer that is actually this is from a PC that is Windows XP era. This is from a PC that actually had um, Windows XP installed on it natively. So that tells a lot how old this this thing here is. This could possibly be uh, GTX 9, like GT 970. This is not even GTX. This is GT 970 or something. This this is just so insane that these parts actually even exist anymore. So I like to hold on to certain things. Yeah, I might as well just Google this. Okay, that's the serial number. What is this ancient piece of hardware? 1GI. What is this? This is gigabytes. Apparently, this is gigabyte HD 4550 AGP. 1 gig of RAM. A 1 gig of VRAM. they oh, this is not so old. This is from 2008, from generation of Radeon R700 or 8 or HD 4600 of Radeon R700 series or generation. So yeah, this is yeah. I pulled this. Yes, the memory type is DDR2, so this is DDR2. So this I pulled this. I pulled this uh, poor bastard from a PC that I got from a former coworker. It didn't work anymore, so I at least I couldn't get it to run. So I got this is Kingston RAM. So Kingston module. It's curious that this is apparently DDR2. The DDR2 ran at 2.6 volts. Current current the base voltage that the DDR4 memory DDR4 runs at, I think it's 1.2 volts out of the box, and 1.35 if you for example, when I enable the XMP, my RAM runs at 1.35 volts, so it's still half of what this ran on. It's curious. Uh, Peter Nuttall, I still says I still have an HDD from Windows 95. That is truly old school. That is really, I mean, truly old school. Hey Google, is Windows 95 old school?
According to Wikipedia, the first operating system in the 9X family, it is the successor to Windows 3.1X and was released to manufacturing on August 15, 1995, and generally.
Hey Google, shut up. There we have it. It's old school enough. Anyway, any further? Oh, hey, by the way, the comment that one Jack has decided to uh, pull up on my YouTube channel. Oh, the where is it? On the video where on France banning the conversion therapy thing. I talked about it on I talked about it on just this past Friday, because I am happy that the French government decided to ban conversion therapy. This jackass here think let's yeah let's do something that I wasn't prepared for. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Okay. Oops. This corner. Let's go. Where? Oops. So let's bring the jazz. Okay. Okay. I will. Okay. Pardon me. So take a moment to read this comment, please, my dear viewers, and I will reveal my reply to this monstrosity. So, what do you think about this, dear viewers? This commentary here. Mind you, this is in the context of France banning conversion therapy. Give me your 2 cents. Why why is it why the first monkey isn't the okay? Please, I need to do something real quick due to some. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't know why, but the chat is enabled on the chat replay is enabled on. I'll check if I can do this. Okay, live chat replay. Okay, but what do you make of this pathetic excuse for a comment? This is in the context of me rejoicing the ban of conversion therapy, this gay conversion therapy. What do you think of this monstrosity of a comment? So, Frank Jones says, so you're glad, by the way, spelling error, glad when gay rights are taken away, homophobic bigot. Hey Google, what is homophobia?
According to Wikipedia, homophobia encompasses a range of negative attitudes and feelings toward homosexuality or people who are identified or perceived as being lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender.
Hey Google, what is bigotry?
This is the definition of bigotry: obstinate or unreasonable attachment to a belief, opinion, or faction. In particular, prejudice against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group.
Hey Google, thank you very much.
I'm honored to serve.
Hey Google, hey Google, arigato.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any commentary on this one? Because if not, I will be going for for today. Apparently no. Apparently the answer is no, and I won't have another whiskey. Because otherwise it's running out. Anyway, this my my co-host Stefan and back. Okay. But I want you and I want you to check my Patreon, which is patreon.com/Heidi's Corner, and the link is down in the description, as well as to the my PayPal for one-time donations. I really would appreciate it, and my heart goes out to Flems, my patron. Seems a bit mixed up, yeah, yeah, indeed. But and smash the like button, share and share. Share, and share this video. Okay. So, without further ado, have yourselves a wonderful week, and I will see you on Friday for another episode of Random Friday. I'll see you then.